Box to Box Hoops Preview, hosted by Dex.
In 17th place in my NBA 25-26 rankings for the new season is the Philadelphia 76ers. This team that just, capitulated. Even though I really love their coach, Nick Nurse, it was tough. Guys, before we start, we were nominated for the top sports content creator on TikTok. So you guys need to help us win. This is the third year in a row that we've been nominated. We've not won it yet, but I feel like this is the year. And I know you guys feel it too. So link is in the bio. Just make sure you vote for us. We have to win. We don't have a choice. And you guys don't have a choice. Because I'm making all this content for you guys. And you guys are showing me all this love. So yeah, let's do it. Of course, I did these rankings before the season started, but I'm shooting just after the season has started. And so far, Philadelphia are looking amazing. And this is probably the second team that I feel like after Miami that I feel like I really may have put them down there. But I have my reasons and we'll see why. Let's start with what they did in 24-25. Season recap. 24-58 record. They were 13th in the East. This was their fourth worst record of the 21st century. Fourth worst since 2000. Basically the fourth worst. Rating offensively of 111, which was 23rd. 26th in defensive rating. They were just not great. Embiid suffered a torn meniscus in January 2024, which begs to ask the question, why did he have to go to the Olympics? Because, why? But he won gold. I think getting into that winning mentality is always good. It's always a bonus. It's just a shame that it had to come at the cost of his health later in the season. Paul George hyperextended his knee twice. First in the preseason, then somewhere in the season. Then had groin injuries, knee injuries. And just like his pod, he had to shut it down for the remainder of the season. Maxey limited to 52 appearances due to injury. Jared McCain, very impressive rookie, bright spot, but he too injured his knee. Eventually, they never made the playoffs. And knowing Philadelphia and their fans, they really killed this team. Philly is one of those places where even if you're winning, you are going to get booed. And I feel like the one big break they got is that the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. So, yeah, it bought some leeway with Philly fans. But knowing Philly fans as well, they want to win everything. And this is what Philly is trying to do this year. These are some of the offseason moves that they made. The people that left, let's start with those ones. Jared Butler, free agent. Ricky Council IV was waived. Lonnie Walker IV is overseas. Gershon Yabusele, free agent. His contract ended. I think he signed a 1-year contract and then signed for the Knicks. Jalen Hood-Schifino, former Laker, and Marcus Bagley also left. Looking at the additions, Trendon Watford was acquired. Dominic Barlow, free agent from the Hawks. Hunter Salis, an undrafted rookie, get him as a free agent. And Jabari Walker, free agent from Brooklyn. And in terms of re-signings, Andre Drummond signed a player option. Difference between a player and team option is I could sign a 4-year contract, but it's 3 years and then a player option. So if after 3 years I see I might not get another contract, I activate my player option and I'm a player in your team. So that normally is for older players. But for younger players, they will sign maybe a 3-year deal, which is 2 years plus 1 year team option, which means the team can have them for an extra year, especially if they've overplayed their value. They will have him for an extra year for lower value. So basically, it's team option, normally better for younger players. Player option, normally better for older players. Drummond extended his player option. Justin Edwards, Eric Gordon, Quentin Grimes, Kyle Lowry, Kelly Oubre Jr. all opted in to resigning. And they drafted VJ Edgecombe with the third pick from Baylor. This boy is... I watched him against my Celtics and I was just blown away. He's definitely a starter. He is that guy. It sort of feels like the same thing that happened last year with them and Jared McCain. Rookie coming in and just balling out of his mind. And then Johnny Broom was picked with the 35th pick from Auburn. Now, those are the moves they made. Let's see how they fit in the depth chart. Tyrese Maxey, point guard. VJ Edgecombe, shooting guard. Kelly Oubre Jr. at small forward. Obviously, Paul George still not in, but we'll put him there. And then Joel Embiid, who hasn't looked so great this season, but I think he's just building his confidence back and his health. He's just taking it slowly. He's not missing games. That is the most important thing. And it's just the loveliest thing to see. Also, he's not really going to the basket. He's becoming more of a shooter. He's just not really aggressive going to the basket. But I feel like he's still developing that confidence in his knee to do these things. Jared McCain, as we've said, coming off the bench, great player. Quentin Grimes, who's also been really, really good this season. I feel like their wing depth, the young players have really, really, so far after 4 games, have looked great. Tyrese Maxey, by the way, is having one of the craziest seasons you'll ever see. I think he's averaging like 37 points per game or something like that. He is just playing out of his mind. Justin Edwards, covered small forward and shooting guard. Trendon Watford, power forward center. Adam Bonner, who is also getting good minutes, power forward center, especially with Joel Embiid and his state. He also can't. I don't think they've played an overtime game. I don't think he even played into overtime. That's Embiid. Again, just building slowly. Eric Gordon still in the team. Kyle Lowry in the team. Andre Drummond and Johnny Boom. All right. So with all that being said, my one big question for this team: health. Can Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey each average 55 plus games? Literally, that's it. If they are fit for more than 55 games, that's it. Like, they're such a dangerous team. And I feel like as long as they've averaged 55 plus and they get to the playoffs healthy, this team can beat anyone. This team can come out of the East easily if they're fit. But again, injuries. I know injuries affect everyone, but for this team specifically, I don't know what it is, bro. It just happens so much. So yeah, my one big question: can Joel, PG, and Maxey average 55 plus games each for the 25-26 season? My key player to watch this season, VJ Edgecombe. I think, Tyrese Maxey to an extent. I feel like Tyrese needs to be an MVP candidate this year. Top 7 MVP candidate for sure. But VJ Edgecombe is that dude. Watch out for VJ. If you watch a Sixers game, just watch out for VJ. That's all I'm going to say. 24-second prediction. Shot clock. This is the first team that I've ranked this low. But I feel like, actually not the first team. This is the second team. I said that. Miami is the first one. I feel like if they get a healthy man, they could finish as high as even third seed in the East. The franchise hinges on a couple of knees, Embiid and PGs, basically. Jared McCain, X Factor. VJ Edgecombe, just a baller. Maxey, MVP, top 7 candidate, as I've said. With that being said, I am seeing this team finishing in the ceiling of 4th. I think they easily get 45 wins this season, right? Yeah, I think they easily get 45 wins. I have them at number 8 in the East, and that's just purely based off of health. Until I see it, I'm not a believer. But yeah, I have them in 8th place in the East, and that is my preview for the Philadelphia 76ers. The team coming up next, we have this saying in Swahili, bendera hufuata upepo, which basically means the flag follows the wind. And so we will be the wind and follow the flag.
Ready for the ultimate slam dunk of content? Don't miss out on any of our NBA previews. Hit subscribe and be the MVP of your basketball knowledge game.